We're standing here today at the Bridge of Remembrance. And I remember my grandfather who risked his life to stop the rise of fascism in Europe during the Second World War. He risked his life to stop genocide. So what was the point of all of that if I'm just going to sit here watching it happen again on my phone while the New Zealand government supports this genocide?
I mean, to point, Joey, no critiques, eh? I mean, like, on board with you, understand. That's what I'm saying. No, there's no criticism of the cause and what he's saying at all. Keep going.
I have to do something about this. And so today at 1 o'clock, I've started my hunger strike. I will not eat anything until the New Zealand government stops bombing Yemen and withdraws our troops from the Red Sea. I will not eat anything until the New Zealand government stops Raycon, a company in New Zealand, from manufacturing bomb parts that are used in Israel's genocide. And I will not eat anything until the New Zealand government resumes and then doubles its humanitarian aid funding for UNRWA. And if the government doesn't do these things, then I might soon be dead, like these people. But there is hope. There is hope in people like who risked her life to climb onto the roof of the Christchurch City Council building with a Palestinian flag to protest the New Zealand government's complicity in this genocide. There is hope in people like John Minto, who attended an anti-apartheid conference recently. And there is hope in your anger that fuels these peaceful protests. The people are rising up and our governments work for us. Hands off Rafah! Hands off Rafah! Hands off Rafah! Hands off Rafah!
I think in his other, and it's a very powerful protest, like in the saying, there's fake, but bodies on the ground, etc., etc., etc. So for those people who are listening to the audio podcast, here's a clip up right now. This is my 3 demands: withdraw New Zealand troops from the Red Sea, stop Raycon manufacturing weapons components used in Israel's genocide, and resume and then double humanitarian aid funding for UNRWA. Now, you're not going to get anything from me about the cause. Nothing negative. I mean, it's on board, 100% with you, 100%. This is the reservation. The government's not going to do what you're demanding. And because the government's not going to do what you're demanding, you are either going to die, which I think is unlikely, or you're going to withdraw your hunger strike, and then that will actually feed the opposition to supporting Gaza and give them fodder to lob over in this area. That's my reservation, Chewy.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to criticize, though, isn't it?
Well, not the cause. Absolutely not. I just think, though, that's what I think. I think the most likely scenario, we'll put it this way. Do you agree, Chewy, that the government will not relinquish to his demands?
No, I can't see how they can clear all 3 of those things.
Yeah. So in other words, that's not going to happen. So therefore, he's either going to die, which I think is unlikely, or he's going to withdraw his hunger strike and give fodder to the opposition to basically minimize the cause he's trying to further. We support the cause, but this being withdrawn, what we're going to do could give people the opportunity to minimize the cause. That's my reservation.
Like I can see the top one. Pull New Zealand troops out of the Red Sea. I could see the government doing that. Resuming aid to UNRWA. I think Winston has more or less indicated that our donations to our turn for donations to them is, I think, the end of June.
Yeah.
Doubling them.
They won't double them.
Can't see them doubling it.
No.
And I don't know enough about that Raycon company or what the government can compel them to do. But yes, you're exactly right. If you're not sure that you can apply that much pressure, then yes, you're in a position of backing down and giving up. I mean, I don't know if this is a great comparison because different protests, different country. Look, in the States, someone set themselves on fire and died to make a statement, and that is essentially being brushed aside in the States. Like it barely moved the needle, which is fucking crazy to me.
I want to make it clear as well, so people don't get it twisted from what I said. I've said I have reservations, not I don't support. Firstly, I haven't seen anyone even said that in the chat, but I just want to make that really clear. And the reservation is that I don't think in this country someone going on a hunger strike could even actually starve themselves to death, because I think at the worst point they'd be unconscious in a hospital with a feeding tube, right? And so the only realistic situation is the person backs down and has to say, for these reasons, I'm now withdrawing which he's entitled to do. But like I said, I just don't like the giving that opposing view any fodder, and that's what my reservation is over. I'm also happy to sit here and go, yes, I had reservations, but he was 100% correct. I'm completely prepared to do that in 6 weeks from now, right? And I was wrong and he was right 100%. But yeah, I've said it 3 times. I can't be much clearer about why. And I just wonder, and I hope that this does some way towards the cause that he is fighting for, that we're all actually fighting for on most levels, all of us that are watching this, at least, pretty much. And I have reservations. I've reservations as to what will be the end outcome from this particular protest, as opposed to the end outcome from the protest in general.